Let me just start up my game. There's no sound, that's normal. Built another FOB. Whatever. Alright, so when I did some side ups, I got some cutscenes. So now I need to show them. Firm video. Where's my... There it is. So I got this cutscene.
Emmerich's finished development on that battle gear of his. Get back to Mother Base.
Oh, I think it's using the wrong mic. Sup. I'm playing cutscenes that I was forced to watch in side ups.
Clouds approaching.
The battle gear is an armored weapon developed to take on hostile bipedal weapon systems. But unlike the Soviet-funded Walker gear, the battle gear still hasn't been properly field tested. I'd like to assign a combat unit to take it on dispatch missions, so that we can evaluate its capabilities and reliability. Assuming you've got no objections, give the order to dispatch the unit from your iDroid.
Cool. I also have... got this too.
You have to stay back. Stay back. It's too dangerous. Hey. Back up, kid. I said no. You have to stay back. Some things can't be helped. Back to your quarters. What's going on?
Shabani. Mayaka 9 Kingo ya Shabani.
It's down there? Hey, the tank at the bottom is filled with chlorine disinfectant. One whiff and you'll suffocate. Don't even. How could you let it fall down there anyway? down there, and it is over. Boss! Hey! Listen to me! There is no way to recover the body. What kind of stunt was that? Trying to panic us? Look. Here.
Alright. So yeah, got both those scenes. And now I have to resume sound. Loud helicopters. Okay, where's my game? There's the game. And you might notice that I am stinky. Got some flies buzzing. I wanted to trigger an extra cutscene. So it should trigger when... I don't care. I don't care. Game. Alright. So it should trigger another scene when we go
Please
back to
select
base.
A landing zone. Heading to Mother Base.
Let's see.
It's raining.
Am I allowed to show this on stream? I'm not even sure at this point. Code Talker was watching the corner. I didn't even know there was a detail. That's funny.
The weather will clear shortly.
And yeah, so how I triggered this was basically waiting, I think, like 5 or 6 in-game days. So I just smoked a cigar for a very long time. And now I need a shower. Also, rains are rare on Mother Base, so that's cool. And of course,
Please select a delivery point.
gotta go here. It's kind of a shame that I need to reload Mother Base every time I do one of these, but yeah, let's do one now. The pause cutscenes, you need to show the pictures one by one, which takes a while. But in this stream, I should have enough pictures to have another cutscene. Stop the copyrights. Yeah, you know the part of the stream that we put everyone in quarantine? Yeah, that part got claimed because I played the music. We don't lose anything, but it's still a bit annoying.
Oh, Snake.
A good, like, 15 minutes
What
got
is it,
claimed,
Snake?
I think. Nothing of value was lost, though.
Oh, here's Nuke. He is so cute. I haven't seen him around lately. Where did he get to? He is the official mascot of Mother Base, so he should show his face a little more. Want to know a secret? I saw Miller feeding Nuke when no one was looking. Meow meow. Come here. Come here, kitty kitty. Come here. Nuke? Nuke? I am so tired. I will just lie here a while.
The whole base is busy getting ready for Peace Day. Miller has finished writing his song, so I went with Professor Galvez to listen to it. Miller was really into it, humming away as he played the song on his acoustic guitar. But the song melody did not match up with the guitar chords at all, and it sounded more like a mess than music. Miller's very enthusiastic, but I think he's tone deaf. I guess the guitar backing sounded good at least. But as I was wondering how to break it to Miller, Professor Galvez took out an odd instrument. It was just 2 antennas sticking out of a box, more like a radio than a musical instrument. He said it was invented by the Soviets, but why would Professor Galvez own a Soviet-Russian instrument? I asked him, and he told me music has no borders. Well, I cannot argue with that. Good music is something people of any nation can appreciate. Why not abandon war and just make music together? But anyway, the professor offered to try playing the melody on his instrument in time with Miller's guitar. It was like something from another world. But somehow, it fit Miller's guitar backing really well. It even gave the song a charming down-home kind of feeling. Miller was overjoyed. That is it. That is my melody right there, he said. It sounded totally different from when he sang it. But hearing the professor's version, I thought I could probably sing it. Then Miller hit me with the next bombshell. Buzz, you write the lyrics. I did not know whether to scream or to run out of the room. There was only 1 week left until Peace Day.
Alright, let's progress the story. Which is this. We need to go back to the lab and
Reselect
get
a
the
landing
pod.
zone.
And there's also this mission that I might do. Can I do it afterwards? And this took a while to infiltrate. I'll just do this one.
Heading to Afghanistan.
Right, let's put on some clothes. Sneaking suit as usual. Let's put the small one. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Oh yeah, I got wait, what was it? Secondary? Yeah, I got this, and I got the Fulton wormhole from 2 side missions. And Fulton wormhole is basically the same. It's a warp. Instead of a balloon, it's a warp. And this, I'm not sure how it works. I do want to see how it looks. That looks awful. Ugh. Bad color scheme. Yeah, we're good.
Deploying.
This shouldn't be too bad. Don't even know why this is a side up. This should be a main up. I changed his color again, by the way. Also, I bit my tongue earlier, so that's why I have a bit of a list today. Should go away in a while, maybe. Yeah. Didn't feel good.
Be careful down there, boss.
Yeah, right away. Alright, back to the lab.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Yeah, we gotta be careful for mines now, that's right. They place mines like everywhere now. I mean claymores.
Analysis complete.
And basically at this point of the game, everyone is basically A++ in something. If they're not, they're really shitty. But the duck can detect mines, so that should be fine. Found enemy. Where?
Enemy presence detected.
Oh.
The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Oh, that's huh. Wait, where does this lead? Oh, it's just... Okay, that's kind of pointless then. I thought it led to the other side of the rocks. But no, it's just... yeah. Okay, so the lab is this one, I think. Hi, fake guard. Ah, they got all their comms back up. Unless they're snipers, we're good. I've infiltrated this base so many times. Not even afraid. Just need to be a bit cautious. So where am I? Okay, gotta go down here. Wait, I think all the labs are open now. Hold up. Okay, they're all coming this way. I kind of want to go in there though. Wait, are they? Yeah, they are.
Analysis complete.
Alright, that's a big ass truck. I don't quite know where they're going, but sure. We can test the Fulton wormhole with this. Look at this shit. Oh wait, that's... oh, I didn't equip it. Right, it's a different equip. Oh, okay, next mission then. No, we're back in...
Subject on board. Leave the rest to
Oh,
us.
it was just this lab. Sure. Yeah, it's an upgrade I got from a side mission, but I didn't equip it. My bad. Basically, enemies can't see it, I think. It can extract things from indoors as well. Let's look at these pictures. Hold up.
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. When life ends, it gives off a final lingering aroma. Light is but a farewell gift from the darkness to those on their way to die.
Yep. Can extract things indoors. And enemies, I think they can see it, but they can't shoot it down. Which is good. I didn't think it'd be separate. But yeah, it's one of the most useful upgrades you can get. Alright, well, let's extract this thing.
Finish your mission.
Or maybe?
Prove your loyalty.
Nah, alright. Yeah, I didn't use it yet. I just unlocked it. Or did I? I think it needed time to finish developing. I'm gonna recheck. What did we do? Oh. Well, okay then.
AI pod launch confirmed. We'll pick it up. I wonder what
Uh,
kind of secrets are buried in it.
no one
I'll let
heard
you know
that,
if
right?
we learned something. Got a report from the intel team. Remember how the man on fire was crushed by Sahelanthropus?
Jesus, that's a lot of
The
emblems.
Soviets recovered his body.
Arrived at Mother
Could
Base.
he really be dead? Boss, head for Yaha Ohu's supply outpost and secure the man on fire's body.
Oh,
If Skullface was right, and a thirst for revenge can turn a man into a demon and keep the dead alive, then this man on fire who's been coming after us ever since you woke up, well, that just might be what's left of our old friend Volgan.
mm-hmm. Alright, well, let's go do the other side mission then. Can I secure a vehicle is the question. Alright, well, just need to exit the camp, not too hard. Where do you turn? Okay, I guess you do turn this way. Oh, you're good. Well, say goodbye to the balloons as like the last time you'll see them. Also, I did not get this paper. Gimme, gimme. Are you good again? I'll get you.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Let me get this. Ooh, fuel. New thread, huh? No, not even in front. But okay. Thought that was a truck. They should totally hear you coming up the ladder, but I guess they don't.
Talk. Where are your friends?
Has been updated.
Let's get your shield. Why not? And now
Map has been updated.
this is a long way,
Marker placed.
but I guess. All right, let's run 1,500 meters. Do.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Do. Maybe it'd be quicker to just. I'm gonna do this later. What I don't feel like running.
Please support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
I'm gonna go fight the man on fire. I think. Oh yeah, he never gets tired.
Good. Good dog.
There are wolves in that area. They've been known to go after people, so watch yourself.
Good. Good dog.
Please specify a project.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Good dog.
Gaining altitude. Departing.
A ruler's greatest wealth is not money or land. It is the number of individuals under his control. Subjects who work, consume, are there to be used as pawns in war. For a capitalist ruler, his people's power becomes his power.
Clouds
You are the
approaching.
same. With your diamond dogs, you spin it with your speeches. But what you're doing is bringing as much talent as you can into your little domain. Every person another feather in your cap. Yes. Since ancient times, every civilization's ruler has had the same idea. When people unite under one will, they become stronger than the sum of their parts. And the one will is the ruler's will. And what do rulers use to bring people together? Language. In the Old Testament, it is written that only one language was spoken in Eden. A shared tongue that united all of humanity. Mankind eventually grew aware of its power and harnessed that strength to build a tower to the heavens. The mighty Tower of Babel. This angered God, who splintered the language of man, and the tower was never completed. Languages emerged, and the earth was divided as men went their separate ways. Every age is the same. A ruler's first order of business, after conquering new land, is to force his tongue on its people. Ancient Rome, Napoleon, and now Zero. English is wreaking havoc around the world right now. The British Empire tilled the land with war as its hoe, then began planting the seed that is English. Eventually, American capitalism became the new instrument. To play its game of wealth, you only had to abide by one rule: English. By exploiting people's desires, English has become a leash that people gladly wear around their necks, it would seem.
We're having Code Talker continue his parasite research. He's clearly very grateful to you. I'm sure he'll return the favor somehow.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Mother Base.
And gonna give pause another photo because why not be here? Oh, there's also something else I want to check. Two things in one. Yeah, lots of back and forth right now. Oh, and this too, I guess. See how annoying the story scenes are? They pop up randomly.
You ready to talk? Anything? Still living up to her name. How about you drop the act? Who infected you with a parasite? We can't let her talk. Put it back. All I want's a name. That won't trigger anything. Tell me. Tell me! Your lungs have been barbecued. There's traces of rubbing alcohol in your alveoli. This was found adhered to your lungs, intact. A petal. White Star of Bethlehem. The hospital. Skullface sent you to Cyprus to kill Snake. You were burned inside and out. That should have been the end of it. But, all things considered, you look pretty damn healthy to me. We have Skullface to thank for that, right?
I was the only one capable of applying them to parasite therapy. Until he stole them from me.
Why are you here? Did Skullface send you? Or did you have your own score to settle with the boss? Refreshing? Salt water.
No! She'll die.
His life isn't yours to take. Enough. That's enough. If she wanted to kill the boss, he'd already be dead. Same goes for us. She's had plenty of chances. She can talk. She's not here to kill anyone. You're wasting your time. It doesn't matter why she's here. She works for you now. She's in love with the legend. What makes you so sure? I was the same way once. What if she's a spy? What if I'm a spy? For you? Go on all day. Boss.
Let her go. She won't speak, so she can't spread the infection. fish? مش ناقد انتي.
Oh,
ايديكي بلاك انات ايه.
oh. Ako kode jistesni.
دنه بالزاد.
Belagana gesnita. Katobe yasteta. Aseitota. Dodoにした。Dodoにした。
Please select a delivery point.
Welcome back, boss.
And here we go again. We're running after cutscenes now.
Oh, Snake!
Probably not.
What is it, Snake?
Picture for you.
Oh, somebody took this while we were fishing.
Also, you have a V on your stomach.
That day,
How
I figured
fitting.
out that it doesn't really matter if you catch a fish or not. Just waiting for a fish together can be the most fun of all. Oh yeah, Chico got all worked up and almost fell into the sea. When they do some more fishing, tell me, okay? My head, it hurts.
Alright, sure. I like how the picture just vanishes. Sure. Didn't I get the... Oh. That's for sure I get one more. Alright, let's listen to this in the helicopter.
Please select a landing
Oh,
zone.
wait. There is something else I wanted to check. It should be... where the hell is it? Is it the support platform? Intel, maybe? No. I don't remember. No copyright music. Run. No.
Please select a delivery
I'm gonna
point.
try the support platform. Also, that looks like a exclamation point sign. Let's go see here. If it's not here, I'll just check it later. Is it in here? No, totally not the right place. God, where's that? It's probably R&D. It might be R&D. Alright, I'll just do the side quest.
Please select a landing zone.
Roger.
Side main quest, whatever.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Spin me right round, baby, right round.
This is Pequod. On station at LZ.
Yeah, you are. Good. Climb. Oh, there's a diamond there.
Gaining altitude.
Alright, so where is that bandana that we unlocked? I want to see what that does.
Project.
2 pistols. Where are they? One. Oh, this is the other one.
There's something I've been wondering. Why are you called Code Talker? During World War II, the U.S. military used the languages of different tribes, including the Navajo, as codes, right? I know the term Code Talker was used to mean people sent to the battlefield to speak in those codes. Were you one of them? Our mother tongue was indeed used for war. But I did not go. I was already over the conscription age. However, I was made to help craft the codes that were spoken. So in a wider sense, you could call me a code talker for that. Navajo is a complex language, and virtually no one outside the US speaks it. They must have thought it was the perfect language to use as a code. Yeah, in the end, the Japanese never cracked it. The cipher is king in information warfare. Of course, they didn't simply speak in Navajo.
Specify a project.
They created substitutions for words according to a code book, and then translated those into our language. Young Dene was sent to the front lines of the Pacific Theater as code talkers. To fight is an honor for the Dene. They were the pride of our people. But I cannot say this history brings me joy. Words are alive. When they are spoken, life is breathed into them. They become a part of the listener. Our words were transformed into lifeless ciphers and used for war. This, after the Black Ana spent generations suppressing the language. Yeah, I'm sorry. So I guess we shouldn't be calling you Code Talker, huh? No, I do not mind. The reason Skullface called me Code Talker was because I also am responsible for coding language into the vocal cord parasites. I am the same as those young warriors, used for a cipher's sake. I must never forget that. The name, Code Talker, is a lesson carved into my being. You said Skullface ordered you to weaponize the vocal cord parasites. But you also said he wasn't the reason. And he wasn't. I was seduced by the parasites. That is a fact. How? You mean from your curiosity as a scientist? That I cannot deny. But there is more to it. The story goes back to the 19th century, to my earliest memory. One day, a man from the government visited our Hogan, our home. I cried as he yanked me from my mother's arms and took me away to an Indian boarding school. From that day forward, I became George. This was the name my teacher gave me. I was forced to give up my Dene name, forbidden from speaking anything but English. If we dared utter a word of filthy Navajo, the teacher made us eat a bar of soap. Yeah,
That was the U.S. government's education policy for Native Americans.
To erase our words was like erasing our people. Their education was tantamount to ethnic cleansing. Over time, the overt persecution of our language stopped. But to this day, it continues to be eaten away by the lingua franca, that is English. Many of the Diné outside the reservations can speak nothing else. And it isn't just our language. Across the world, minority languages are being destroyed by dominant languages. Many are on the verge of extinction.
Enter the vocal cord parasites.
Yes, I began thinking that minority languages needed some sort of deterrent against dominant languages. In order that their peoples and cultures would survive. It was then that I came across literature at the Foundation claiming that man acquired language thanks to a type of parasite, one that distinguishes between languages as a precursor to reproduction. If I could just resurrect it, make it more pathogenic.
That's a convenient thing to find.
Deterrent against English, but I failed to hide that aim from Skullface. He noticed. Yes, I wanted to retaliate against the English language, though never did I intend to actually use it as he planned. You know how the story ends. I was forced to study how to make the parasites compatible with all the world's languages. All but English.
However, he in fact secretly isolated an English strain.
I will not be held prisoner by the man's phantom. The English strain must not be allowed to exist either.
Uh-huh.
Please select a landing zone.
Alright, oh, this is gonna be annoying once again. Do I land here or here? We land here.
Heading to Afghanistan.
Yeah. Alright, quiet. Come with me. You bring your butterfly. Why would you even have the blood one? That's disgusting. Alright, for this one I do want a sniper, I think. This is whatever. Yeah, this is whatever. And maybe Pentasmin? Nah, that's too much. I don't need Pentasmin. I could use the stealth camo. This is not a main mission. Alright, guess we're good.
Deploying.
I think I know how the story progresses after that, and it's a slow-paced one. Thankfully, we should just have to do like one side mission for it to trigger, but it's repetition nonetheless. This part of the game is... It starts okay, but then it gets super boring. Like, we're still in the okay section. Yeah, that's a lot of things in that outpost. I'll take the same route I do as usual.
Be careful down there, boss.
Wrong way. Alright, quiet. Scout.
Please select a deployment point.
Scout this.
Buddy has infiltrated our map has been updated. Analysis complete. prison detected. The map has been updated.
Alright, how's this structured?
Development complete.
There are goats around. With the local residents gone, we've gone back to the wild.
Come here, dude.
Where are your friends?
The map has been enemy prison detected. The map has been updated.
I still didn't equip the goddamn Fulton. What is wrong with me? I'm gonna keep forgetting, aren't I? Please remind me next time I go out. 'Cause I'll probably forget again. Oh yeah, they come over here. Quiet, can you scout the goddamn base?
Please
Scout.
select a deployment point. Buddy has infiltrated and the map has
Yeah.
been updated.
Scout.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Scout the outpost. Tag the enemies. I don't know, sometimes he's really good at tagging people and some other times she's complete shit. Quiet. Alright.
Please select a
Fucking-
deployment point.
Oh, she is tagging people. Why aren't they showing up on my map?
The map has been updated.
Has it? Oh, hi. That's okay. Everyone except one. That's good. Oh yeah, this part. So, there's a crack in here. Basically at the end of this. Way easier to get back up. So I guess it's the guard at the entrance there, or something. I'm gonna go by the top, that'll be easier. Okay, there's way more, and there's like 3 guys she hasn't tagged. That's cool. Gotta find these before I start randomly firing. Okay, that is you.
Analysis complete.
And am I missing someone else? Ah, it's so bright. Missing 3. Gonna guess they're near the middle. There's one there, there's one there. But these are...
Analysis complete.
That's a statue, that's a real guy.
Complete.
Is that everyone? Nope, still more. So where is he? He's somewhere in here. It's gotta be.
Analysis complete.
Yeah, you got stung, don't worry about it. Happens to everyone. You'll fall asleep. Oh, come on, how'd you see? You get shot in the arm, and...
Analysis complete.
Begin cover fire.
Alright, fuck it. Shoot.
Analysis complete.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. God damn it, too slow. Where are the rest? Oh, there they are.
He's coming too. Roger that.
No. God.
Clouds approaching.
Oh, you get shot? Alright. Time to Fulton everyone. There's one left. Hi.
You gotta extract him.
Wait, what? There's one more. Oh, that's the man on fire's body. So, is...
Analysis complete.
No? Oh, it's this. Alright. Okay, let's Fulton everyone. That went well. Oh, and quiet, you can see.
Cover fire.
Yeah, stop.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Good job, quiet. Oh, you woke up. Shit.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Roger that.
Fucking damn it, no! You're waking up too fast for me to kill them.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
That's a sandstorm. God. Alright.
Incoming too. Roger that.
Oh yeah, I also found out if you mash the Y button when you unlock a door, you unlock it way faster. Let's just look for resources, I guess. And destroy this. Wait, is that? No, I thought it was a blueprint.
Clouds approaching.
These guys over there. Oh, your face is on fire. Oh, almost. Almost. That barely reaches. Come on. Yeet. No. Oh, that worked anyway.
Fire!
Shut up. Let me blow shit up. No, that's gonna blow back in my face if I do that, so let's just... Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, this is so awkward. Come on, let me throw a grenade. What? Fuck. Can I climb? I really can, huh? Are you for real? Let me throw my damn grenades. You know what? Fine. There. That works. Where's the third one now? Maybe I destroyed them all? I'm not sure. Still want to double check shit. Alright. Let's go check the body. Cool, I'm glad he got character in this game. All 5 seconds of it. Excellent.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
18 soldiers. That's a bunch.
I barely recognize you, Colonel. Skullface used your thirst for revenge against Big Boss, did he? Boss, I've updated the mission list. We've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
Please select a mission.
Oh, okay, thank God. This is a new one.
Development project has been added.
Alright, jeez. I got things. I get it. What do we even have in the database? Oh yeah, Greg Soef and furry corn for the horse. Oh, I got a flaming unicorn costume. Neat. But I kind of want to. I can't make it. Yeah, this guy's unkillable. Well, he's basically just a controlled corpse at this point. I think his mind is like still there, but his body is just I don't know. It's stupid. That's what it is. How do I get out of here? Ocelot, you've trapped me in the quarantine platform. Oh, there we go. There's the ladder. Yeah, this platform is obviously isolated.
Please select a landing zone.
Roger.
And now we'll go see Paz again.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Alright, can you... Okay, I can.
Select a landing zone.
I can go here. That's good.
Landing zone confirmed.
Gaining altitude.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not doing it right now. Just in about 5 minutes, maybe. I think this is the 5th photo I get. No, this is the 6th photo I get. Another cutscene, really? Okay. It never ends.
Hey. Eyes on Kazuhira. A message from the parasites.
That was weird.
Clouds approaching.
Can I do the tank now? Oh yeah, I also got the waterproof box.
Please
Pretty helpful.
select a delivery point.
Alright, gotta go here now again. Yeah, ironically, this has been like, what, 20 minutes of gameplay and like, the rest is cutscenes. This is more like Metal Gear. Cutscenes. Ironically, the chapter where nothing happens.
Welcome back.
Nah, could do this. 3 points.
Side ops list updated.
You got used to this place?
I guess so. Yeah.
It's good. It is pretty unique, after all.
Yeah. I was confused by a lot of things at first, but I feel welcome here.
Well, that's what counts, right? Nobody here treats you differently based on your color or country. In that respect, it's very open-minded.
Yeah. I don't know what the future holds, but for now, I plan on staying.
Glad to hear it. Looking forward to working with you.
Same here.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the sixth.
What is it, Snake? Gallo Pinto! Amanda and I taught Cecile how to make it. She picked it up so fast. I was really surprised. I guess Parisians have cooking in the blood. Are Cecile and Amanda doing okay? I wonder why they haven't visited. My head. It hurts.
Alright, well, go to sleep again. Cassette entry 3.
So, as if putting me on stage to sing was not enough, Miller even expected me to write the lyrics. He even said he had thought of the title already. Love Deterrence. As if he had done the hard part.
Roger.
Deterrence? Love Deterrence? Deterrence is when nuclear weapons prevent war, right? I do not see how love fits in. But it was too late to complain, so I just sat and listened to the tape of Miller's backing guitar.
Oh, come on. No, connect online. What?
Professor's melody over and over again.
Whatever.
I guess the melody is more Professor Galvez's creation than Miller's, but on the whole, I think it is actually a good song. First, it goes for your heart with a sorrowful opening, but then you feel revitalized as the song goes on. Miller grew up in post-war Japan. Maybe that is why the song has that kind of balance. Long ago, I heard some Japanese music called enka, I think. It sounded this way, but I wonder why it has to sound sad in the first place. Miller called it Love Deterrence. Doesn't that mean he had a love song in mind? All I see of Miller and women is the way he fools around with a lot of them at once. But maybe he has had his heart broken too. And what about me? I found myself thinking about Chico and Snake as well. I know Chico has a crush on me, so naturally he should come to mind. But why Snake? He saved me, and I feel indebted to him. But I thought that was all he meant to me. Why does my heart flutter when I think of him? It is embarrassing to be unable to control this emotion. There has to be a way to suppress it, to forget it. But maybe that is what love deterrence is? With that thought in mind, I went to my desk and began to write and write. Just 3 days left until Peace Day.
Okay, seriously, connect. Why did it... I hate when it does that. Fucking unstable servers. Yeah, log in and connect. Thank you. Game. Hi. Yes. Yeah, if I'm not connected online, I don't get the bonus GMP. Long live semi-online only games.
Mission list updated.
Oh, cool. Okay, let's listen to some tapes again. Where? Okay, Man on Fire, I guess.
Volgan, the GRU colonel, was burned alive with a Shagohod during Operation Snake Eater 20 years ago. Despite suffering severe burns to his entire body, he still clung to life. After you left Seleniarsk, Volgan's body was taken to a research institute in the outskirts of Moscow. But modern medicine couldn't explain why he was still alive. Not that the colonel was any ordinary man to begin with. That constant electric current he had running through his body that he could unleash at will. To be honest, I was always uncomfortable around him. Thought I might get electrocuted just by standing nearby. The institute studying him was tasked with investigating and developing human paranormal abilities. The comatose Volgan was used to further the Soviet Union's research into such abilities. But not long ago, the facility burned to the ground.
and Volgan's body was never found among the rubble, even though the fire started in the room where they were keeping him. This occurred at around the same time you woke up. If Skullface was right, and a thirst for revenge can turn a man into a demon and keep the dead alive, then this man on fire who's been coming after us ever since you woke up, well, that just might be what's left of our old friend Volgan. It's not over yet. Back in '64, in Seleniuarsk, you brought his plans for a utopia down in flames. That grudge is what's keeping him alive. The day the research facility holding Volgan burned down, a Soviet jumbo passenger jet happened to crash nearby, far away to the north of that hospital in Cyprus. On board the plane was a young boy who was being studied at the same facility. The plane fell to Earth from over 8,000 feet, but the boy's body was the only one not recovered. At almost exactly the same time as the crash, Volgan awoke in that facility. According to the Research Institute's documents, the gifts this boy demonstrated included psychokinesis and telepathy. To protect his mind from being inundated with other people's thoughts, he always wore a kind of gas mask. A rudimentary form of psychic insulation, apparently. We don't know where this boy is, but if Skullface is connected to him, we may cross paths with him yet. This boy is part of a new age, where nothing we understand about the world makes sense anymore. Don't let your guard down.
Supernatural elements, nothing makes sense. Has it ever? Ocelot, have you seen the Cobra unit in MGS3? How do you explain fucking like bees man and snake tongue guy and then literally a ghost and then just a guy with a jetpack? Okay, the theory is kind of normal when you think about it. He's just really angry and with a jetpack. He's Firefly from Batman.
So what were they doing at Enzoya Badia, Baloo? That facility with all the people laid out in rows?
The abandoned factory Shabani was held in. It is precisely as you guessed. Black Anna was coding languages into the vocal cord parasites. They infected the subjects with the parasites, then made an incision in the throat to expose the vocal cords. That allowed them to play recordings of a desired language directly to the parasites. And the parasites learn the languages that way. That's some teaching method. I just don't get how a bunch of bugs had the brain power for it. They don't. Do not judge them by human standards. They do not learn as a function of intellect.
Then how do they do it?
What language the parasites react to is coded into their genes. You could expose the Japanese strain to English for years, and it would never learn the language and react to it. The pronunciation, rhythm, and structure are different. But what about, say, Spanish and Portuguese? Linguistically, the two are very close.
Yeah, they're both Ibero-Romance languages.
Even so, a Spanish language mating pair exposed to Portuguese will not copulate. Only when they hear Spanish. Only then. And the majority of their offspring will be the same. So it's a literal case of a mother tongue.
But if that's so, I don't see how the different strains can be created in the first place.
Well, among the many thousands of offspring, there may be just a few that react to Portuguese.
You're talking about mutations.
Correct. Playing the tapes helps to identify the mutant strains. Those specimens are then isolated and bred with one another. From their children, specimens that react more strongly to Portuguese can again be selected and bred. Repeating this process creates a strain that reacts solely to Portuguese and never to Spanish. Mutation and selection.
no different to breeding roses.
So you kept increasing the change over the generations, adapting them to languages from all over the world. Must have taken a hell of a lot of patience.
More like patience. Just how many died for this?
There's something I still don't get. In order to tell which larvae will react to Portuguese, you'd have to let them develop and then see which copulate. That means you'd need tens of thousands of guinea pigs. There's no way you could do that in a facility that small.
For normal selective breeding methods, you would be right. But there is a more effective selection method when training the vocal cord parasites. Go on. It is not only when mating that the parasites listen for language. Shortly before hatching, larvae display markedly increased activity in reaction to particular language. The active eggs can be identified under a black light. So the eggs that react to Portuguese are selectively placed in the throats of subjects. So you see, narrowing down strains that react to the target language is an effective process. Though I'm sure that even so, many lost their lives to create the various strains. Taken against their will into that dungeon. There are two reasons for playing the tapes for the parasites. One, to isolate the eggs that respond to the target language. And two, to cause the specimens raised from the selected eggs to mate.
I get how the system works. But why do they respond to language before they even hatch? It's not like they can mate from inside an egg.
It is because the larvae learn the language before hatching. You mentioned that what language the parasites respond to is hard-coded into their genes, and that they don't have the brain power to actually learn a language. But then you say that the larvae at Nzoyabadiabulu were learning the languages in the egg. Your story doesn't add up. Your country is home to a unique songbird. The Japanese bush warbler. Sure, what of it? What a beautiful call it has. But no bush warbler can sing it perfectly at the start. As chicks, they can barely chirp at all. They must learn from their parents and other adult birds. Only then can they sing properly and attract females. So naturally, there are individual differences in each bird's call. Though they start on the same footing, each bird is influenced by its teachers. And the parasites are the same? Like the birds, the parasites have a genetic predisposition towards a particular language. But while in the egg, the larvae's ears are tweaked by listening to the voice of the host. This tweaking ensures that the grown parasites will react better to the host's speech pattern.
Why would they have an ability like that?
Well, there are distinct regional differences within even the same language. Rare is the language that has no unique dialects. Yes, learning the host's speech pattern before hatching attunes the larvae to whatever twist of pronunciation it will encounter. This adaptive ability is what makes them so formidable.
I see. So a language requires selective breeding, but the parasites can learn dialects by themselves.
Of course, having the egg-stage larvae listen to the tapes in the factory was not meant to teach them. It was more important to use that trait of theirs to identify the mutated strains. As I mentioned earlier, is that really accurate enough to use as a weapon? You could wipe out a neighboring ethnic group by accident if their pronunciation is too close. What you say is true. In that sense, they are imperfect as ethnic cleansers. But for his purposes, they are good enough. His objective was not to exterminate any one ethnic group, but to render the world's lingua franca, English, inert.
Cool. Let's do a real mission.
Select a mission.
Boss, research
research materials have been stolen from Code Talker's mansion. The materials were packed into 2 containers and hidden in the jungle southwest of the mansion. You have to recover those containers. The pickup crew coming for those documents is none other than XOF. That's right. They're still active, even after Skullface's death. Now that he's no longer in charge, their original chain of command has been restored. Meaning if XOF gets those documents, Code Talker's research ends up in Cypher's hands. According to Code Talker, the research papers stored in that mansion account for over 50 years of study. The problem is the vocal cord parasites. If the papers documenting that research fall into Cypher's hands, they'll take another long, hard look at them. The ethnic cleansers we thought were history will become a reality. America, Zero, will have a weapon far more powerful than any nuke. Even worse, if this knowledge were to leak, the world, humanity, can't be entrusted with this kind of power.
Zawarudo.
Recover the containers before the enemy extraction choppers arrive.
So they said southwest, right? Why would I go near the mansion if it's here?
Mission not accepted.
Hold on.
Boss, research materials have been stolen from Code Talker's mansion. The materials were packed into 2 containers and hidden in the jungle southwest of them.
Yeah, southwest. Why would I go up?
Mission accepted.
I'm just gonna go here.
Heading to Central Africa.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, not forgetting this time. Tools. Wormhole device. Instead of Fulton. Yeah, it's a bit more expensive, but uses a wormhole to transport all manner of cargo off the battlefield, from people, children, animals to vehicles and containers. Literally just a warp. And don't want that. And I want my other one. And I want D-Dog. Good old D-Dog.
Deploying.
Not much, just finished listening to the tapes. I want to get a drink actually in that part as well. I should just get like a bottle of water before streaming because I always get up to drink something. It's a habit I should take.
Boss, Code Talker's research has been stolen. The research materials have been packed into 2 containers and hidden in the jungle southwest of the mansion. Enemy extraction choppers will be there any minute. You have to find and retrieve those containers before they arrive. That area is being guarded by zero-risk security, and their client is XOF. If the choppers make off with the containers, that research will end up in Cypher's hands. That cannot be allowed to happen. One other thing, boss. We need a cargo-capable Fulton extraction device to recover the containers. Use your iDroid to order its development and have it dropped in.
Careful down there, boss.
The map has been updated.
Boss, looks like they're stepping up security around the target. Watch yourself. Guards, they must know where the containers are.
Complete.
If you can just squeeze it out of them. Visibility in the jungle isn't great. Watch out. You could run into the enemy at any time.
Feel the roots. The branches. become one with the forest.
Cloud.
The forest is aware of the enemy's noise.
Talk.
I've updated the info on your iDroid. Take a look.
Updated.
The PF soldiers have no idea what's in those containers. Strictly a need-to-know basis. Target extraction confirmed. That leaves one target to go. Take care of the next one. Boss, our early warning radar just picked up the enemy choppers. We'll keep you informed of their ETA. Hurry up and extract the target. You can't go firing on the XOF choppers. If we attack XOF now, it'll be a declaration of war against Cypher itself. That time will come, but it's not now.
Analysis complete.
Speak. Where are your friends? Where are your friends? Go!
You gotta extract him. All right. Target extraction confirmed. We've avoided the worst possible outcome.
Base.
Exfiltrate the area. Go ahead and call the chopper. You can also exfiltrate the mission area by land.
The map has been enemy presence detected. The map has been
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Attack!
Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
And good dog. Love that knife. What is... Oh, that's... I don't care about you.
He's coming too. Roger that.
I just need to leave. Really? By chopper.
Please select
Yeah, pick me up.
support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Ooh, okay. Don't want to fall down here. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. No, they haven't. Found enemy. Okay. Yeah, let's just run. Yeah.
Arriving shortly at LZ.
You want to show up quicker? Also, donkeys. I want a donkey.
Pequod, on station at LZ.
Yoink. If this is not an S rank, I don't know what is.
Gaining altitude. Departing.
Exfiltrated.
All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Database.
Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss.
S. Codename Puma. Hell yeah.
Boss, we got Code Talker's research materials back in one piece. The medical team has them under lock and key in the quarantine facility. The materials should help their research into the vocal cord parasites. Cypher won't be getting their hands on them now.
Side ops
Boss,
list.
about that AI pod you retrieved from Emmerich's research facility. Guess what we found inside? A corpse. Human. The pod maintained a low internal temperature the whole time, and very little outside air got in. That would have slowed down decomposition. Still, the remains were mostly skeletal. Estimated time of death is between 6 months and a year ago. We put the screws to Huey about it. Listen to the tape. Turns out it was the body of someone we knew very well.
Fine. Yes, Strangelove was doing AI research in that lab. Why hide that until now? Why? Okay, so what? I wasn't working alone. You've got to understand. You do understand, right? I didn't want to drag her into this. It's my load to bear, alone.
So you didn't create the AI intended to drive Sahelanthropus. It was Strangelove.
Skullface was never in favor of AI control. So naturally they argued. Strangelove, she got him angry and he killed her.
How? You didn't see it? So you found her inside that pod after the fact. And you just left her body to rot in there. Or perhaps you put her in there afterward.
I asked him not to take her away from me.
So she was killed by Skullface, but you asked nicely, and he put her body in the AI pod for you?
That's right.
Pathetic. You know, we have another idea. That you killed her.
Me? I couldn't kill her.
You killed her and locked her body in the pod.
I wouldn't. Don't treat me like one of you. I can't just kill anyone whenever I feel like it. I'm a normal human being.
No, you're not.
So you just shut her inside and waited for her to die.
Even worse.
I would never do that.
What, you mean she killed herself?
Yes. She climbed inside that pod and shut the door. It can't be opened from the outside. It was suicide. Suicide, I said. She killed herself. She got in when I wasn't looking and suffocated. She'd often try to do things like that. By the time I realized and opened the door, she wasn't breathing. I got scared and shut the pod again.
Bruh, that's like 3 lies in a row there.
Back up. That's right. Me? Kill her? What is wrong with you?
I see. Just tell me one more thing.
Haven't you gotten enough today?
Okay, I see it's a painful memory. You don't have to answer, just listen to the question. You see, we examined her remains. She had a scar on her lower abdomen, a surgical scar. It had been stitched up and had fully healed, meaning it was long before her death. She had a child, didn't she? Your child. Where's the kid?
How should I know?
So there is a child.
I've never seen his face.
What do you take us for?
They took it all. Even my child. I didn't even know he'd been born. I lost everything.
How old would he be?
It's 4 years since then.
And you know it's a boy.
Strangelove said so.
And his name?
We called him Hal. even though I never saw his face.
You know what I like? I was trying to pinpoint what it was about this voice actor. You don't know if he's lying or not in his tone. He always has the same tone, and it's sort of creepy, but this in a good way. Well, in a so bad it's good way. You know what I mean. Alright, I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna return to base.
Select a landing zone. Heading to Mother Base.
I'm gonna listen to some tapes later. Maybe we'll have another cutscene, who knows. Oh, not this time. Alright, well, we'll get the past cutscene then. Yeah, a bunch more. Wait. Aha. I'll need to do this one. Wandering soldiers, that's for pause again. So let's see. I think this one has like a major cutscene to it. Let's check it out.
Boss, welcome back. Boss.
Snake?
She's been acting differently lately. Before, she'd respond to conversation. Just as long as it didn't conflict with her timeline. But now, nothing gets a reaction from her.
What happened?
No idea. Well, Miller did go and tell her that Skullface is dead. If anyone should want revenge against him, it would be her. But it's not exactly like an angel of peace to cheer for someone's death. Now is it? There. Take a look at this, too. See it? Right there.
The wound is open.
Yeah. It was all closed up, and then it went back to this.
But why?
The medic has no idea how it happened. He figures it must have been self-inflicted.
Please select a landing zone.
Oh yeah, wait. I want to find... Okay, hold on. What is the platform that I need? I'm just gonna look it up. I don't want to look. I know where it is. God damn it. R&D deck 1. Okay, it's R&D. No copyright music.
Please select a delivery point.
So it should be R&D. There's something I want to show off before we progress more. Yep, hear that? The pod is here. I think it's what's the quickest way to climb up? Not this. I think this is. Nope. And here's Salanthropus too. Big boy.
Jack, is it you? I'm defecting to the Soviet Union.
Wait, isn't there a thing where you shoot it that says something?
Finish your mission. Prove your loyalty.
I'm not even sure. I want to look this up.
To make the world one again. The world must be made whole again. The philosophers must be reunited. I will devote my skills to that purpose.
Why is this not working?
Colonel's money, I will achieve that end. Just as I once created the codes.
Sun will rise momentarily.
Gives off a final lingering aroma. Light is but a farewell gift from the darkness to those on the way to die.
This should work.
The world must be made whole again. The philosophers must be reunited. I will devote my skills.
Is there something I don't get?
And with the Colonel's money, I will achieve that end. Jack. I'm defecting to the Soviet Union.
Okay, well, there's something I don't get here. I'll try it later. Where's the ladder? I don't. Oh, that's a diamond. Hold up. Gimme. Alright, well, since we're up here, I think there's a heliport up here. Yeah, okay, there is.
Please select landing zone.
Roger.
Just wanted to show that off. If I can't show the thing in time, I'll just show the video. Also, nice sunset. So now what? I don't think we have any main missions.
Arriving shortly at LZ.
Mission
Please
list.
select a mission.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some more side ops. But first tapes. Or you know what? I'll listen to tapes while we're on our way to the missions. That sounds like the best plan. Because otherwise I'm just wasting time. Yeah, can I leave? Oh, it was waiting for materials processing, I guess. Kind of stupid.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Let's listen to one. This one, I guess.
I hope you bought a better hamburger this time, Kazuhira.
Right. Well,
The last one was lacking in every way. The patty was too thin, the bun too dry, and the lettuce days old at best.
hey, that was 100% all beef patty, and no shortening in the bun either.
Nature's blessings, unadulterated, in hamburger form. Is that it? But when taste falls short, so does our gratitude to nature. Making such precious blessings unpalatable is sacrilege.
I hate to admit it, but I think you're right. I should have known better than to settle for second best. That's why I had him run some more R&D, develop a new burger. In fact, one of our researchers just dropped by with
Come on,
results.
are you the reason my funds are so low?
You like this?
We shall see indeed.
Goddamn burgers. Taking on my GMP.
I thank you for this bounty, Mother Earth.
So, what's the verdict?
Not bad.
And?
But it does not hold a candle to what I ate back home.
Everyone's a critic. Damn it. I was sure the Kobe beef, but maybe we didn't have enough. If we had any more, we're cutting into our profits.
Profits?
We'll be taking a loss on every unit.
What are you talking about?
Huh? Oh, anyway, I'll be back with another round of product.
I will be waiting. Did you say product?
Please select a landing zone heading to Central Africa.
Cool. D-Dog or Quiet? D-Dog. Let's bring Doggo. I'm not gonna bring a vehicle. I think I'm good. Alright. Wait. Select equipment. I want this instead. And actually for this, I'll take the Grom. Wallace and Gromit. Let's go. Let's go in the day. But yeah, last time I did this, I did one side mission and then it booted me into another cutscene. So I hope it does it again.
at e.
Marker placed. Marker placed.
You disappoint me. Have you forgotten my face?
Leave me be.
You won't respond to anyone else, so I figured it must be me you wanted to see. But now you won't even look at me.
Have I not suffered enough?
Not until you've eased my suffering first. To tell you the truth, old man, I'm in a bit of a bind. It's about your children. You know what I mean? The parasites. The ones that infect a man's throat, killing him if he speaks their language.
They must not be allowed to multiply.
You are allowed to live only in order to help me. But you don't want to, do you?
Okay, this is a longer
So why
tape than
not
I
choose
thought.
death instead?
I might need to reset it.
Because you want to protect the Digne and their land from me. That's your purpose, isn't it? Don't lose sight of that now. It's in your interest to cooperate. Because if you don't...
Madness.
The parasites can't detect your people's tongue. So I'll just have to resort to more heavy-handed means. I have the greatest respect for your people. I would rather avoid such a thing, but we don't always get our way. I was born a tiny mote in a mighty tempest, and until those winds abate, all I can choose is how to act when they blow me this way or that. Tell me, Code Talker, what happens to a man infected with a pair of your parasites? Can they be removed? Can the full-blown symptoms be prevented?
It is impossible to remove the parasites alone. They have too close an affinity to humans.
That's the target.
Stop the
I remember him. He was off base during the attack 9 years ago. Bring him home, boss.
Right. I was hoping for an answer now, but perhaps you just need a little more time. I'll be back soon. I've set up shop, not far from here. We'll be seeing a lot more of each other.
If you're close by, then it is almost complete.
We're in the final phases. All that's left is to see if I can actually disable a nuke, with the help of your metallic archaea. Once that's done, I won't have to return here again, and your suffering will end, as will your people's. We're almost finished, Code Talker, each in our own way.
My only regret will be not finishing you.
There's nothing stopping.
Boss? Is it really you? I never believed you were dead. Not for a minute.
One of the guys out on a mission at the time. He's fallen a long way from the glory days. But will he come back to us? Bring him home, boss.
Side op completed.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Nice. So, okay.
Development project
Whoa.
has been added. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Okay, calm down.
Marker removed.
So I did
Please
get a new
select
mission.
mission.
God damn it, it's not here. Alright.
Please select a support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Oh, whatever. I want to progress the story on stream. I don't want to make people wait for no reason. Yeah, it's the Wandering Soldiers. We unlocked a new posse because of that too. I'll have to do all these side ups off stream just to progress the plot. Welcome to MGS5. We have GMP to spare, we're fine.
This is P-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Side ops
Boss,
list.
I've updated the mission list. We've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid. Boss, some of the kids we've been keeping here have escaped.
Oh.
We don't know why they ran off, but it may have something to do with Ralph's death.
Okay, everything's happening at once
Team's
now.
Looking for them as we speak. I'll add information to your side ops list as it comes in. You need to locate and secure those kids. I'll try to find out what happened.
Alright, alright. We were at like...
Yeah. So, but now. All right. I was hoping for an answer now, but perhaps you just need a little more time.
Let's listen to tapes first.
I'll be back soon. I've set up shop, not far from here. We'll be seeing a lot more of each other.
If you're close by, then it is almost complete.
We're in the final phases. All that's left is to see if I can actually disable a nuke, with the help of your metallic archaea. Once that's done, I won't have to return here again, and your suffering will end, as will your people's. We're almost finished, Code Talker, each in our own way.
My only regret will be not finishing you.
There's nothing stopping you. I'm only alive because you want me that way.
Ridiculous.
As you wish. My regret is this misunderstanding between us. You and I, our goal is the same. We should be working together. A symbiosis.
You do not know my mind. I simply want the Diné bloodline to endure.
Really now? You're just another mote in the storm. How you react to all the slings and arrows, that's what counts. That's why you call those squirming monsters your children.
What I have done is forbidden. Forgive me, all of you.
The world should be left the way it is. You of all men should know that.
$10.
Forgive me, but my schedule has changed.
10 minutes.
The time for grace and good manners has now run out.
Alright, fine.
Please. Torture will not work on me. Surely you know this.
Oh, I have no intention of getting rough with you. You haven't been beaten. Your hands aren't even tied. Just like me, you live in symbiosis with countless parasites. What wounds I might inflict, they'll patch right up. You might feel considerable pain, but I've no doubt you can withstand it.
Then what do you plan on doing?
I have a soldier standing outside. Nothing special about him, except that he always obeys. I have given him one instruction. Whenever I ring this bell, he passes on a message for me. That message is simply, go.
What is this?
After that, though, it gets complicated. The message will arrive at a room, a little bigger than this one, nothing special. Some of your people are in this room, surrounded by my men.
Enough of this.
They pick them at random. No regard for age, gender. In that, I suppose, they're different from you. Not as discriminating. They tied them up, one by one, blindfolded them. We had to maintain order, you understand?
You bastard.
Go. When they hear that, my men will pick one of your people and infect them with a parasite. Your parasite.
It won't work on my people.
True. The vocal cord parasite doesn't respond to your language. But what about English?
An English strain. It exists.
A ring of this bell, and they infect one person. If that person abandons the Navajo language, the English strain will trigger symptoms.
You monster.
So, it's quite simple. Every time I ring the bell, another of your people is infected.
Don't do this.
I don't want to do this. I'd rather not have to ring the bell, which is why I'm hoping you will talk to me.
What do you want? What else could you possibly want?
You know the answer to that. How to prevent the symptoms caused by the parasite.
You cannot control it like some slave. Forget the idea.
Forget it? Unlikely.
I will never tell you. What have you done?
You made me do that.
You black-hearted...
Settle down.
Don't use it again.
Well, that is up to you. All you need to do is tell me what I want. How to prevent the vocal cord parasite symptoms.
Why? Why do you need to know?
The adult soldiers at Amasa are all dead.
What?
The parasite traveled downstream.
How?
It would appear that he was involved. Another demon who woke up from 9 years of slumber. As a result, the vocal cord parasite spread through the village.
I told you this would happen.
It was an unfortunate accident. He is becoming an annoyance. He may stumble upon the truth sooner or later, but I suppose that is really of no consequence. One day, he too will pay for what he has done.
Black Anna. The real demon is you.
You know, this incident made me realize something. You are right. I should have acted with more humility. These creatures cannot be controlled. All the more reason I require a means to stop them.
There is no such way.
Oh, really?
Wait! Don't ring it again.
It is up to you. Out with it!
I see now. There must be more to it than that.
What?
They are in you. You use this land to breed more of my children. And not just here. No. In pursuit of your ethnic cleansers. You sifted through many language strains. Finding hosts. Breeding more and more. you would have been infected in the process. Infected with countless strains. Most likely your mother tongues as well. Romania, Northern Transylvania. You found that one too. Yes, the Hungarian strain that responds to the CK's dialect.
Silence!
Black Anna. It is you who shall pay.
Is this your retaliation, old man?
Let my people go and never bother them again. You heard me. What now? What? No! What are you doing?
I am not afraid. I probably have every language strain inside of me. Meaning all the world's languages are already lost to me. But that suits me fine. If need be, I myself can produce whatever strain is needed.
And that means nothing to you. If you are infected, you can never again speak your mother tongue. Otherwise you will die. As will every one of your countrymen.
A few words here and there won't trigger the symptoms. And besides, the time is not yet right to show this face in my homeland. Not until my revenge is complete. Now...
Stop!
We're out of time. I have to get going. Well...
No! Radiation. It's radiation.
Radiation, of course. So it can be used.
But how much? I do not know.
Radiation denatures their reproductive cells, preventing them from mating.
Same principle as the sterilization technique. The reproductive cells are more sensitive to radiation than the rest of the body. But I have not tested it. There is no telling what mutation could result, or how the host may be affected. Not to mention what could happen if this is done post-infection.
I don't care. This plan goes into action now. As long as it works, the details can wait. You wouldn't be lying to me, of course, old man.
I can guarantee nothing.
I owe you my life. My body has been burned on countless occasions, but it survives, thanks to your children. That is why I trust you.
Then do not repeat my mistake.
What's that?
In the West, it is said that the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. In the East,
Among Us.
it is said the man of flesh brings spiritual power to words. The people knew back then that these creatures carry the gospel. They do not belong in our hands. They must not be touched.
How enlightening. I'll remember that. Consider this my thanks.
What are you? Catch. No!
That's a lot of bounces.
Well then.
Did he throw it down the stairs?
I'm afraid it really is goodbye this time, Code Talker.
Uh-huh. That really needed to be 10 minutes, huh?
There is no soldier.
Huh. Now where did he run off to? Guess he wasn't as obedient as I thought.
There never was any soldier.
So long.
You! How dare you!
Well, this was tiresome. Back to Mother Base.
Heading to Mother Base.
Whee!
Boss, we gave Ralph, that kid who died in the accident, a burial at sea. The man in charge of that facility has been severely punished. But ever since, the kids have been acting strange. It's obvious they've lost their trust in adults. I was getting reports of them ignoring the staff, or getting insolent, and even violent. And a few days later, several of the kids did a disappearing act. They snuck into choppers and shipping containers and got off base. Why? Your guess is as good as mine. These kids were born in a war zone and forced to grow up as war fighters. If they're left alone, war is how they'll die. But I thought we showed them there are other reasons to live. I never liked having children on Mother Base. But the thought of them going back to the battlefield and picking up their old lifestyle is something I can't stomach. It makes me think of Chico, 9 years ago. We have to get those kids back. Hell, they know too much about our operation. I never expected even the kids to betray us.
Oh, Snake! What is it, Snake? One of the group birthday parties. They are something to look forward to every month. Miller was so funny at this one. When is the party this month? Last month was... I cannot remember. It was... And then I... No, that is not right. But I am an angel of peace. I am a student. My head, it hurts.
I'm gonna try shooting the pod again, but this time with my machine gun. See what happens. Not one of the copyrighted ones, I think. Hi. Alright.
Please select a delivery point.
So, what's the quickest way up here? Like, I'm guessing there's stairs here. No? I don't think everyone climbs the walls here, right? Alright. This building is designed so stupidly. Who made this?
Combat support, boss.
There we go, now it works. There's something else you can say, come on.
Pi is equal to 3.2546373698888. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog.
Oh, there's like 2 more. God damn it. Say the cool other thing.
Pi is equal to 3.2546373698888. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Failed deadly system activated. Pi is equal to 3.
I think there's one more. I'll try a few more times. Stop saying pi. Oh, whatever.
Failed deadly system activated. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
There's another one you can say. Oh, whatever. It's like the one-eyed snake. No, the one-eyed hound. It's a play on the lazy fox thing. She did say that also in Peace Walker. Alright, no, there's a thing on top.
Please select a landing zone.
Roger.
Oh, I can build another FOB. Oh no, it's 18,000, right? No, 17. Yeah. Alright, what do we build? Processes. I think I want this to process stuff. Yeah, just enough fuel.
Commencing platform construction.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
And now we listen to more tapes.
This is Pequod. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
point, I will no longer be of use to him. I must leave behind this record at least.
Please
A record of
select
how the ancient vocal cord parasites became these abominable ethnic cleansing parasites. I believe he has two purposes for the ethnic cleansing parasites. The first, as their name suggests, is ethnic cleansing. This conflict between East and West that envelops the world will not last much longer. Once the Cold War ends, and the weight of America and the Soviet Union is lifted away, the ethnic conflicts they kept suppressed will all rise to the surface. It is not difficult to imagine that the radical sides will begin cleansing their adversaries. But what if an ethnic cleansing parasite matching the language of the aggressors were to be unleashed? The aggressors would be washed off the earth. At the very least, the idea that retaliation could eradicate your people would prove a powerful deterrent. The second purpose is the Englishization of the world. To cipher the organization, this is probably their main use. Man thinks in words, or rather, words are man's very means of thinking. If you erase a word representing some concept, the concept itself disappears from the world. Nishone means beautiful in Navajo, but the image that comes to mind when we say Nishone differs from the Blagana's beautiful. An azure sky, a rolling landscape, lush greenery. The meaning we place in Nishone has its roots in Dene culture. If we lose the word Nishone, the images of our beautiful homeland would be washed away into oblivion along with it, just as Orwell indicated years ago. Cipher, being based in America, is pushing Englishization for this very reason. Suppose all 5 billion people on this planet come to read, speak, and think in English. Their wills could also be streamlined under English. Cipher's control would be all the easier. Economic governance would progress in leaps and bounds. The ethnic cleansing parasites would be a great aid in accomplishing this goal. There is no need to destroy every language besides English. All they need to do is weaken other dominant languages competing with it. Russian, Chinese, Arabic. If people know they risk their lives speaking such languages, they will flock to the lingua franca that is English. Cipher need not even focus attention on smaller languages. After all, they are already being eaten away by English. Business, education, film, commodities. English has permeated every area of global society. I can see this when I look at young Dene. Some of them have already lost their grasp of the Navajo language. It is said that over 2,000 languages of the world are facing extinction. This very moment, cultural concepts and forms of expression are disappearing forever. The spread of electronic networks gives greater meaning to Englishization. Networks have no national borders. By basing them on a single language, they can penetrate deeper into and between people. That basic point of unity provides the ideal environment for someone who aims to control people's wills. But how does this differ from building the Tower of Babel?
Boss, we need you to get back a film canister one of our informants hid in the field. He was working under my orders to investigate the extraordinaries that showed up in Cyprus. The man on fire and the floating boy that keeps showing up where they're not welcome. Apparently they were the subjects of some top-secret research conducted by the Kremlin. But
Unfortunately, that meant our informant drew the attention of the KGB's Directorate S, and they took him out before we could make contact. The good news is he placed a report in a film canister and hid it somewhere in Spookmate Keep. Just before he died, he transmitted VI of the hiding place to us, but the data was cut off partway through. The image is far from clear, but it might provide the clue you need. We'll be analyzing the data further to try to clear it up, but for now, get to Spookmate Keep. The KGB have already dispatched a Spetsnaz squad to retrieve that film canister and cover the whole thing up. Boss, there's no time to waste. Head to Spookmate Keep and use the VI as a clue to find and retrieve that target. Why was Sahelanthropus mobile? How are the man on fire and that kid connected to Skullface's plan? If we can just get that report, we can blow it all wide open. Then we can shake off the last remnants of Skullface and the phantoms he left behind.
Deploying.
Time to find a thing that I don't know. But I don't even know where the picture is on my iDroid. In the mission tab?
Boss, retrieve the film canister our informant hid in Spookmate Keep before he died. It contains vital information on Skullface's plan. For now, our only clue is the garbled photograph the informant tried to send us before the end. We're working on analyzing the data, but there's no time to wait. A KGB Spetsnaz squad is after the target as well. Boss, go to Spookmate Keep and use the VI to lead you to where the film canister is hidden. It is paramount you retrieve the target before the enemy does. Be careful down there, boss!
Map has been updated. Please select a deployment point.
Okay.
Analysis complete.
That's probably the squad.
Buddy has infiltrated our enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Yeah, no shit, enemy presence.
Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Quiet? Where are you?
Please select a deployment point.
Okay, just doing whatever.
The map has been updated. You have arrived. Analysis complete.
So that's heavy armor. And that's a truck.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
That's a lot of people. There's one more.
Clouds approaching. Analysis complete.
That's everyone. Cool.
Cover me.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Boss, we fully decrypted the VI data. Now the target's hiding place should be clear as day.
There we go. There's no problem. You're the problem.
You gonna extract him?
Right. Time to extract everyone. He's not dead. Right?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
How did he die? Did they shoot themselves? Whatever.
Cease cover fire.
You gonna extract him?
Alright. Pillar. Wait. Oh, shit.
Roger that.
Is there more? Or these... No, these are the sleepy enemies. Come on.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
I really hope that doesn't count as dead. I didn't shoot him. Alright, broken pillar. Broken pillar. So small pillar near Narc. Near Narc. So here? This one. No. This one. It's one of these. There it is.
You've completed your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been updated.
That probably wasn't an S, but I don't care. Uh-oh.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Exfiltrated.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Excellent.
Development project has been added.
Mission complete. Great work.
Oh. B. Sure. Don't care. More tapes, yay. There. Alright, I don't think there's gonna be much more story content for now. Yeah.
Side ops list updated.
I have a quick report for you here. We've discovered a radiation leak in the laboratory on the quarantine platform.
Great.
It's coming from testing equipment we installed the other day. Members of the medical team have been conducting research there, but we'll evacuate them all from the research block to the containment block next to it. Emmerich.
There's no need to worry. No radioactive material is leaked, so the contamination won't spread. We just need to seal off the testing equipment.
I've dispatched the security team to get the researchers out. I'll keep you updated.
Neat.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Meh, should I just... Oh god, this is gonna be long, isn't it?
Feeling hungry, old timer?
Old timer. I do not get hungry. No. But you have a new hamburger?
You guessed it. And this time we used lamb.
Lamb.
You're not a lamb kind of guy?
A hamburger is made of beef. Whoever heard of a hamburger without beef?
Yeah, but we gotta stay fresh. Stand out from our competition.
You're what?
Just give it a try.
If you say so. Not bad. But I cannot call this a hamburger.
I thought we were onto something this time. Maybe the problem is that it looks like a regular hamburger. Gotta think outside the box. Too much baggage if they come in expecting just another burger. Let's see. Cotton candy? To make it look like a sheep.
Fucking no. Ooh, what?
Just a minute. You really think people would eat that? What is it you are planning? Are you using me? A taste tester? A one-man focus group?
Well, actually, I've already started. I got a place called, Miller's Maxi Buns.
You are kidding me.
Well, to be honest, business hasn't been great. No one seems to like my, buns.
The Ocelot said Diamond Dog's budget did not add up. But you don't mean to tell me.
What? No. Our black budget's got it all covered. I'm not embezzling GMP or anything. Still, let's not say anything to Snake, okay?
Very well. However, Kazuhira, it takes more than premium ingredients and a clever recipe to satisfy the palate.
Okay, so what do we do?
The palate seeks one thing. Chemical additives.
Chemical additives.
There is nothing mysterious or spiritual about good flavor. The tongue simply identifies specific amino acids which the brain then recognizes as appealing.
Alright, he just wants McDonald's.
Therefore, all that is needed is to chemically isolate those amino acids and incorporate them into your products. To be clear, I speak of flavor. The rest is irrelevant.
That seems a little extreme.
Do not forget that I am a scientist after all. And using science for the benefit of others is a joy. In seeking to accept
Roger.
nature's blessings, not everything can remain in its natural form. When we fall ill, we must be treated. Otherwise, that very nature could cost us our lives. Agriculture is one of nature's many blessings. But through that process, we damage the surrounding vegetation.
Yeah. Whether it's a massive farm or a tiny field, we always leave our mark on the land.
The same is true of parasites and for food preparation. If tapeworms in the raw meat of another animal enter the human body, they roam around trying to find their usual habitat, sometimes even eating away at the brain in their confusion. So in looking through a scientific point of view, you see the necessity for processing food. Yes, it is also sometimes necessary to eliminate certain parasites, or selectively use or even modify others. Alternatively, we could say that if a man is part of nature, the work he does is also part of it. What is important is the balance.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, old-timer. You really opened my eyes. I fooled myself into thinking people today wanted high-quality, all-natural goods. But my favorite burgers were never about that. What they want is something like the first burger I had in America when I went to meet my dad. A Frankenburger loaded with additives. That's the America I knew and loved. I'll be back in a jiffy, old-timer. My next burger's gonna knock your socks off.
Kazuhira, wait. What is important is how we balance the... quick for a one-legged man. Frankenburger. What kind of a dive did your old man take you to?
Departing!
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Yeah, so right now, basically, I don't have a choice but to do the children missions, but I want to do the other side ups first. So let's listen to the important stuff. This is long. This is also long. Alright, fuck it. Let's go.
We finished decoding the informant's report. That floating kid we've run into a few times now. Looks like he was a test subject in clinical experiments. The Soviets called him the Third Boy. The Third Boy was brought to a lab on the outskirts of Moscow from Czechoslovakia, after which he was due to be sent to a research center in Leningrad, then Siberia, and finally an academic town in Novosibirsk. It doesn't appear that the researchers witnessed the talents we've seen from him, but nevertheless he was quite the popular subject. His latent cognitive abilities suddenly awoke en route to Moscow. According to the report, the Third Boy was easily influenced by other individuals' biofields. Evil thoughts, in particular. They affected his mind like a virus. Extreme anger or resentment, motives for revenge, in other words. Now, during the transport flight to Moscow, the boy was exposed to a powerful mental energy field coming from a certain individual. Ever since, being conscious of his powers, he's become a sort of energy generator. What's unique about him is the way his acute telepathic abilities get taken over by another person's will.
The boy began to physically parasitize individuals experiencing extreme anger and codify the host's desires. This includes amplifying the host's natural strengths. Or, in accordance with the host's desires, he can also implant program code in another individual, making them a puppet, essentially. Human neural synapses transmit weak electrical currents between neurons. These electrical currents, though at a level difficult to observe, warp the magnetic field outside the body. The third boy is able to pick up these weak fluctuations. Contrary to psychotronics, which involves controlling the human mind, his abilities as a receptor are too high. The emotions he picks up from another individual are amplified and unleashed into his body as they recur in his brain. They turn into microwaves, which then affect the physical world, triggering paranormal phenomena like the spontaneous combustion of organic matter or psychokinesis, moving an object without touching it. There's one other thing. While he's parasitizing a host, the boy's ego gets shut away, allowing the will of the host to take control of his powers, like some annoying static drowning out your own voice. That means he isn't responsible for what's been happening. Somebody's extreme anger has manifested through the third boy's powers in ways none of us could have predicted, which would mean this was going on somewhere around us. Looking back on it, a lot of things make sense now. The man on fire, Sahelanthropus, they both came to life thanks to the third boy's powers. Everything has been happening through him as a catalyst. We first saw him in the hospital on Cyprus. The boy parasitizing the man on fire's desire for revenge gave him his new abilities in return. He next appeared at the Hamid Fighter's Fort where the honeybee was hidden. There, the boy parasitized Skullface's vengeful mind. He controlled Sahelanthropus, making it do whatever Skullface wanted. Same goes for when we extracted Emmerich onto the chopper. When he appeared at the Devil's House in Central Africa, Skullface's will controlled the man on fire via the third boy's powers. Everything is clear up to this point. But even the informant couldn't pinpoint who the host was in the cave within Serac power plant. Sahelanthropus suddenly became active, then crushed not only the man on fire, but Skullface as well. Surely neither of them could have been the host. Who else was at that location and bore anger more extreme than either of them? Whose will was controlling Sahelanthropus? According to the report, emotions transmitted in children's brains affect the surrounding magnetic field more strongly. Cerebral nerves are covered with insulation called myelin sheaths to increase impulse speed. The reason for this leakage has to do with the fact that children's myelin sheaths are still developing. So, how many children do you remember being there? Children with a burning desire for revenge and bearing a grudge against you. I can think of only one. Eli. We don't know what kind of life he's had, but the resentment he's shown toward adults is nothing short of extraordinary. The third boy resonated with Eli's mind. And that means Eli bore the strongest animosity of all individuals within the boy's reception range, estimated to be a 3-mile radius, beating out even Volgan and Skullface. The third boys probably remained hooked on Eli's anger since.
That's a lot of angst.
Remember at the Devil's House, the third boy showed an interest in Shabani? That must have been his ego making a rare appearance. He may possess abilities far beyond anyone else in the world, but he's still a kid. Maybe them both being kids was enough to bring them together. And if so, maybe with Eli, he isn't feeding off him, but acting in symbiosis with him. So what kickstarted the third boy's powers? If we look at the location and time that his plane went down, we can make a pretty good guess. When the plane experienced the first anomaly, it gave an accurate report of its position to a control tower, due north of the Black Sea, 125 miles east of Kiev. Dead south on the Black Sea is Cyprus's Green Line. So the plane's position was directly north of the hospital where you'd been asleep for 9 years. And this anomaly was reported at exactly the same time that you woke up. The plane was enveloped in flame from the inside out. The fuselage burnt to ashes. There were no survivors, at least not publicly admitted.
Your thoughts formed a synchronicity with the boy's psyche and were amplified inside his brain. That would have been more than enough to trigger his abilities. Your rage was like a big bang in his head, blowing the lid off his powers. The boy was then secretly moved to the lab outside of Moscow where Volgin was comatose. There, Volgin's thoughts resonated with the boy and he was awakened. Volgin became the man on fire, hell-bent on getting revenge on you. His instincts led him straight to you. Skullface knew Volgin from Operation Snake Eater, or perhaps from even before. Monitoring this pair of extraordinaries, he discovered the hospital and sent his assassin and XOF. Skullface was probably watching the situation from close by. Then, realizing how useful these two test subjects could be, he approached them. Reacting to Skullface's thirst for revenge, this time the boy let Skullface's will control Volgin. Volgin, at times driven by personal revenge, at times through Skullface's will, kept on moving, though his body was little more than dead meat. Perhaps there were moments where even your thoughts affected him as well. But without the boy's power, it was like the plug had been pulled from the socket. Everything was powered by anger, malice, revenge. This is how the end of the report sums things up. Both the third boy and the man on fire were originally test subjects of paranormal research for military applications, like telekinetically controlling the leader of an enemy nation and making him launch a nuke, or stopping the heart of someone on the wrong side of the Berlin Wall, experimenting with latent human abilities. They were used as tools of the Cold War. The boy's only crime was being born with unique gifts. But he was sacrificed on the altar of war. His life reduced to slavery under other people's wills. Turned into a living weapon with no will of his own. Eventually, the only emotion he could feel must have been the desire to get revenge for the hand he'd been dealt. Boss, it's you that awakened the boy's powers. But there's more to it than that. I guess the anger emanating from you was something he could truly relate to.
The ethnic cleansing parasites attempt to rob man of his words. Such irony. It was the vocal cord parasites that gave words to him in the first place. Ancient man had no language, unable to produce complex sounds due to the structure of the throat. He could communicate only through simple vocalizations and gestures. Then the vocal cord parasites infected his larynx. Man's transition to walking upright did not gift him solely with intelligence, but also with his voice. At the time, the vocal cord parasites never harmed man. They merely took a small measure of nourishment. In fact, you could call it a symbiotic relationship. Some animal species use particular vocalization patterns to attract a female and reproduce. Songbirds, certain insects, and also the vocal cord parasites. The difference is that the parasites themselves did not produce sounds. Rather, they had their hosts, man, do it for them. Once secure on the human host vocal cords, a male vocal cord parasite caused the host to produce a certain sound pattern, something like a warble of a bird. Meanwhile, females parasitizing other host pharynxes need only wait. Upon hearing the sound pattern of an attractive mate, they would manipulate their hosts into making contact with the person it came from. The female traveled through his host's saliva to the other host's vocal cords, where the male was waiting and the pair copulated. We can only imagine how the female manipulated his host, but it was probably through smell. Smells traveled directly to the limbic system via the olfactory cilia in the nasal cavity. Volatile compounds released by the female would stimulate the limbic system, which controls instincts, making the host feel amorous. This kind of sexual selection naturally led to competition between the male parasites. Males that had their hosts produce sounds perceived by females as more attractive succeeded in copulating and producing offspring. Evolutionary traits caused by sexual selection are curious. The peacock's feathers, the mannequin's dance, the firefly's luminescence pattern. Even with courtship behaviors that are not advantageous to survival, those individuals that excel in them produce offspring, and it escalates with each generation. The same was true of the vocal cord parasites. Courtship vocalization rhythms and intonations became more sophisticated, and in order for man to produce such sounds, they had to alter his vocal organs. By lowering the position of the larynx and developing resonating chambers, they enabled more complex pronunciations. But that was not all. The vocal cord parasites activated a transcription factor that would later control man's language ability. A protein that, due to its appearance, is called forkhead box protein P2, or FOXP2. Activating this transcription factor led to the development of brain function capable of creating sophisticated frequency changes. This was the pinnacle of the vocal cord parasite's prosperity. However, this sophisticated pronunciation control was too useful for man to ignore. Once human sexual activity ceased to be only seasonal, and having lost pigment-based sexual characteristics, distinctive vocalizations became the most effective means for humans to attract mates as well. Combined with logic pathways hardwired into the brain, or universal grammar, it was not long before advanced communication was possible. This was the birth of language. Luckily for man, it was around this time that a particular retrovirus was circulating. While not lethal, it infected not only man, but the vocal cord parasites as well. It is presumed that this virus removed part of the parasite's DNA and reverse transcribed it into man's reproductive cells. It was a vector. Among the genes it transcribed were the ones responsible for the production of language. The vocal cord parasite's vocalization genes were written into the human genome. The parasites were no longer of any use to man now. Man could use his voice as he pleased when he pleased, hindering the parasite's courtship vocalizations. Having lost their opportunity to reproduce, the parasites died out, leaving behind only the transcribed genes. The vocal cord parasites were once in symbiosis with man. Its genes even became a part of his. Humans and parasites are extremely close. As such, it will be extremely difficult for man's immune system to eliminate the vocal cord parasites. Even cutting them out will be no simple matter, which is exactly why these ethnic cleansing parasites are such a formidable weapon. The rise of the vocal cord parasites goes back approximately 300 million years to the Permian period. At that time, they were not even parasites, but predatory autotrophs. They are believed to have been the common ancestor to the Pentastomida and the Cyclops genus of copepods. However, Earth's environment underwent a violent change at the end of the Permian period. The cause is unclear, but evidence suggests that over 90% of the Earth's organisms at that time died out. The most pronounced threat to the proto-parasites was the severe reduction in oxygen concentration. The result was cladogenesis, a splitting that gave birth to a new strain that could parasitize other organisms' respiratory apparatus. This survival tactic helped lower their oxygen consumption, and inhabiting the throat kept them securely in contact with inhaled air. The best survivors were those that parasitized the reptiles that flourished at the time. Entering the Triassic period, the reptiles evolved into dinosaurs, and the proto-parasites shared in their success. Dinosaurs developed respiratory organs called air sacs to adapt to the low oxygen environment. These in particular helped the proto-parasites thrive. But another trial awaited them. The end of the Triassic period saw another drastic change in the Earth's environment. For most parasites, the male and female take the same host. Many are, in fact, hermaphrodites. Originally, the vocal cord parasites were as well. But for any strain to ride out a severe environmental change, it must secure a steady pool of genetic diversity. Another split. Now the newest strain procreated with mates found in other hosts. And in order to increase its encounters with those mates, the new strain utilized the voice of its host. They came to inhabit the host's vocal cords. This truly was the birth of the vocal cord parasite. The parasites developed the host's pharynx to form resonating chambers and used them to produce sophisticated mating calls. The relatively upright posture of the dinosaurs was important in this, because the crooked L-shaped pharynx was more suited to the development of resonating chambers. These developments ushered in a time of great prosperity for the parasites. But for the third time, the parasites had a major hurdle to overcome. The meteorite impact at the end of the Cretaceous period, which spelled the end of the dinosaurs. With their hosts extinct, the vocal cord parasites had no option but to find a new habitat. Birds. As genetic successors to the dinosaurs, with functioning air sac apparatus already in place, birds were the perfect choice. But the parasites could not survive in birds that flew at high altitudes with thinner air. So they parasitized ground-dwelling birds and altered their respiratory system for the sake of reproduction. They gave the birds the means to produce sophisticated sounds. The syrinx responsible for chirping. This is the proof that points to activation of FOXP2 in songbirds as well as humans. The Cenozoic era began with a rise in oxygen concentration, which helped mammals to evolve and increase in size. The parasites then shifted to humans as a more effective host. Humans' bipedal upright walking meant that our throats could support larger resonating chambers. At first, vocal cord parasites entered humans using birds as their intermediate host. But eventually they changed to conducting their entire life cycle within human hosts. What happened next is as I have already described. People took the vocalizing prowess given them by the parasites and made it language. And once the parasites could no longer use it as their mating call, they died out. Or in other words, the parasites overcame all evolutionary hurdles except humanity. Skullface shared his opinion on this matter. He said the Ethnic Cleansers Project was sure to succeed. After all, the parasites had a grudge against us humans. To think we evoked
Not quite
such
how
a
that
long
works, but
slumber,
okay.
just so they could sate their thirst for vengeance. It is terrible.
Man, this is long.
Unforgivable. And yet, it is what I have done. I learned of the vocal cord parasite's existence in literature belonging to the Foundation. It was little more than a theory. The question was, why does only Homo sapiens among all primates have highly developed language. Human versus everything else. The missing link between these was the mystery that gave rise to this theory. I was fascinated by the idea of their existence. In the Dene creation myth, the Neyo Dene, who first inhabited the world, were insect-like creatures.
I love how he says like Dine, but it's written just like Dine.
In symbiosis with the vocal
Like he's like
cord
Dine.
parasites. But I had not the faintest idea of how I could resurrect them. That is when Skullface came to me. What he offered me was not just assistance with my metallic archaea research. He told me the vocal cord parasites really existed. And not only did they exist, they had already been brought back to life in the modern age. An ancient human cadaver, host to the parasites of the time. Cypher excavated such a cadaver from a permafrost region and isolated the DNA coding of the vocal cord parasites. Naturally, they were long dead and could not be brought back. But there was an alternate vessel they could use. A relative species of the Pentastomida discovered in China. It had adapted to live in the nasal cavity of animal hosts. But its genetic sequence showed signs of common ancestry with the vocal cord parasites. Ontogenesis, the path of an organism to maturity, is like a roadmap of the phylogenetic evolution of the entire strain. Cypher used this to effect a reverse evolution of the modern parasite and resurrect the vocal cord parasites. They interposed a developmental mechanism to the ontogenetic stage.
Sorry about that.
To when the relative species first appeared. The point at which it split from the vocal cord parasites, forcing its evolution down the other path. The vocal cord parasite path. The larvae this produced by the vocal cord parasites. Reborn. I do not know in detail how Cypher accomplished this, but clearly they have access to high-level genetic technologies. Skullface said it was the work of a genius woman scientist, and that the relative species in question was first discovered by a group once called the Philosophers. I was tasked with modifying the resurrected parasites. He charged me with two demands. First, to add lethality to these organisms that had once lived in peace with man, by unleashing the larvae's latent desire to consume nutrients from the host's lung tissue, making them eat and eat until the lungs were destroyed. Second, to have both male and female inhabit the same host and copulate then and there only when exposed to specific pronunciations continuously over an extended time. What he would do to the Dene if I failed. I had no choice. Originally, the ultimate objective of the ethnic cleansing parasite project was the identification of not only languages, but of actual cultures. Language is deeply connected to ethnicity, but many languages are employed by multiple ethnic groups, and confrontation between those ethnic groups is by no means rare. If the cleanser parasites were to be a deterrent against ethnic conflict, they had to distinguish between groups using means other than pure language. The original plan called for this to be achieved by differences in the transmission vector. Each ethnic group has different lifestyle customs and eating habits. For instance, parasites living in shallow water and taken in through the skin could be used to target rice farming groups, or parasites using cows as their intermediate host would be ineffective against cultures that abstain from eating beef. But that is a lofty goal indeed. The current parasites mainly rely on droplet transmission. It would take extensive time to alter the transmission route. I eventually learned that the Ethnic Cleansers project had been shut down. It was Skullface who put it back into operation. But despite that, he told me to forget about the transmission route and just focus on language identification. I do not know why. I understand that the Chinese philosophers who discovered the relative species of parasite originally planned to develop a phonogrammic Alexia parasite. The left temporal parietal region is home to the part of the brain that identifies the phonetic symbols of the English language. They wished to create a strain that would parasitize that region and suppress its literacy functions. The brain area responsible for identifying the logographs of Chinese, meanwhile, is in the left middle frontal gyrus, meaning that even if native speakers of Chinese were infected with the parasite, their literacy would be unaffected. Old and new, east and west, there is no limit to the delusions of those in power. But this delusion threatens to become a reality. I have to do something to stop this. There must be something I can do.
Holy fuck, I don't remember what I heard. This is like listening to a really boring lecture. Yeah. So next time I'm just gonna do some side missions. Probably gonna trigger another cutscene by doing these. Locate the missing children. I don't know, if there's 2 of them, there's probably more. Maybe something will trigger, I don't know. Once again, if I miss something, I'll try to focus on the non-important ones. Like mind clearing, who cares? I'll just go in a truck, do side missions, develop stuff, and then I'll be back for next stream. Maybe not tomorrow. Probably more, the other day after that. Well, see ya. Wait, I have an idea before.
Please select a landing zone.
There is one more thing we can
Heading
do.
to Mother Base.
There's one more thing we can do. Let's go talk to Paz without a picture. There is sort of a secret scene again. There was no more Wandering Soldiers mission, so I can complete this now. Hopefully they'll unlock soon. Oh, do we have another picture? Oh.
What is it, Snake?
Never mind.
The Costa Rican Sea. It is so beautiful. Costa Rica means rich coast. Please, please, get them out of my country. Him? Huh? Who was I thinking of? It was... And then I... No, that is not right. But I am an angel of peace. I am a student. I'm sorry, Snake. My head hurts. Could you let me rest?
No, we got more cutscenes to go through. Endure it. Alright, fine. Boop. Okay, so before I forget, hey, you like cassette tapes? Wait. It's the song.
Please select landing zone.
Roger. This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna head back down the base again. Because I want that stupid cutscene. If I don't, if I get more pictures, I'm just gonna miss it. This is so tedious. I'm gonna play the tape first. And then we'll go back down again. We having fun yet?
I finally had a decent draft of the lyrics, so I showed them to Professor Galvez first. He liked them. He said I had done a superb job capturing the sense of a young girl's troubled heart. There were one or two lines I thought needed brushing up, so although he said lyrics aren't my specialty at first, he gave me some advice. Everything he said made perfect sense. When I tried putting in his changes, they made the song feel deeper, more sincere. That is the professor for you. He always has the answer. With the lyrics finished, I was ready to show Miller. He does not often take things seriously, but all of a sudden, he was saying, "Paz, you have the soul of an Enka songwriter." And I did not even listen to Enka all that much. Maybe I am pretty talented after all. But still, it took so much time to write the lyrics that there is hardly any time left to rehearse before Peace Day. The three of us rushed into the makeshift practice studio on Mother Base to see how we sounded together. Miller strummed away with a big smile on his face. I sang the main melody, and Professor Galvez improvised a backup melody. I know the professor is smart, but is there anything he cannot do? And Miller's guitar playing sounded a lot better now that he stopped singing. But I can hardly criticize his voice. I thought I had learned the song well enough listening to the tape as I wrote the lyrics, but I had trouble with the pitch and kept missing the rhythm. I have to practice, but there's almost no time left. It is just 3 days until Peace Day. Wait, I thought there were 3 days left before. I went and checked today's date with Miller and the professor. The date has not changed. It is the same day. Something is strange. Am I reliving the same day?
Please select a landing zone.
Time to land again. Oh, now it unlocked. Well, I'll have the pictures for next time. Alright, come on, give me that stupid scene that we can end the stream.
Welcome home, boss.
Alright.
Snake?
Have your book.
Thank you. You were always so kind to me, Snake.
Yep. It was just to show this off. Can I even go on this side? No, can't. Yep, it was literally just this.
You will come back, right?
No. Alright, well, that'll be the end of the stream for today. God, I am tired. For once, we barely had any gameplay.
Please landing zone
Roger.
Oh. What a time to arrive. Yeah, it's almost been 4 hours, like 3.5 hours. I'm a bit tired, so I'm just gonna get into this helicopter and then I'll stop the game myself. So, see you next time.
On station at